guys, super excited to answer all your questions again. I have quite a few to get through, so buckle in, sit tight, get comfortable. Anyway, so I'll just start right off the bat. There's like 15 questions. Body positive image is really catching mainstream attention lately. Have you ever dealt with negative body image? If so, how did/do you overcome it to shoot nude? When I started shooting nude, I was, I think, 21. And at the time, I never really thought about if my figure was the type that people wanted to photograph. I just wanted to do it for me, and there happened to be people out there who wanted to shoot me, so yeah, it kind of took off from there, and the shoot started rolling, so I must have had something that people wanted to shoot, whether, you know, my body was perfect or not. But in that, it was really healing for me if I ever did have self-doubt, if I did doubt my ability to model, or if I had the perfect figure or whatever. I would just look at all the photos that I had recently taken with photographers, and it really helped me overcome those negative thoughts. And that still applies today. I think today, well, since I was 21, I've gained a few tens of pounds. So now those thoughts creep into my mind more and more recently because I'm a little bit bigger than I should be. But since I've been working as a technically plus size model, the amount of support I've gotten online and from photographers who are dying to shoot with my figure or my body type, it's incredible. I have an amazing support system out there, and have great people who look up to me, and great people that I look up to them who have a similar body type. So yeah, those negative thoughts do creep up into my mind, and I just have to look at all the gorgeous photos that I've created with this figure to help overcome those negative thoughts. It's not perfect. There are shoots that I can't get to that day because I don't feel great about myself, but for the majority, I think I do pretty well. Alright, next question. What would you do for a Klondike bar? Well, I think I would walk 2 blocks down and pay for a Klondike bar and enjoy it on the way back. Do you get a lot of negative comments and messages about the type of work you do? If so, how do you deal with it, and how often? It comes and goes. It doesn't happen too frequently, but when it does, a lot of the times I just let it roll off of my back. I think I only share, like, on my story about 10% of the crappy things that happen. You know, people offering or asking me how much for sex for a night or whatever. And I think that's a huge misconception that I deal with, is that because people think I model nude online, it must mean that I'm a prostitute or a sex worker, so, you know, what's my price? And I think that's super inappropriate. I've never put it out there that I'm a prostitute, and I don't understand, you know, what I've done, but I know that there's different cultures out there. So if you show any type of skin at all, if you're not wearing a burqa, then you must be a prostitute. So a lot of times I just have to let it roll off my back. It's just, it comes with the job, and the more, I have to kind of think about it this way, the more negative comments I get, the better I am doing at my job, because I'm getting a better reach. So, you know, it's all in perspective, I guess. What's your favorite part about traveling? The food. Hello. Yeah, we just went to Italy and Croatia, and oh, the food is so good, the wine is so good. But yeah, other than that, it just being in the moment, just soaking up your surroundings, just being in the moment with your phone in your pocket, and just being there is really nice for me. But yeah, the food. Always take home some food, always take home some wine. It's super delicious. Okay. Would you be open to foot content? I don't work in the fetish industry. Some of what I do would be considered fetish. Everybody's got a fetish, you know. I'm sure that I apply to some people, big boob fetish or whatever, but for the foot content, that's not normally something I would do, and my Patreon is for all the art projects that I care about, that I want to do. But if you have a suggestion and you want me to do something that caters to you or to your fetish or interest or whatever, I do have a tier on my Patreon. If you pledge $100, then you get to request the kind of content that you want to see for a custom video or a custom photo set. So if you want to see a full photo set, then you can pledge $100 to get it. Have you ever traveled as far as Asia? I was just in China for a layover, going to Australia and back in March. So I think I probably spent around 48 hours in China by myself. I don't like the food. The taxi drivers are scary. The traffic in general is really scary. I would like to go back, but I would like to go to, I don't know, another beautiful part, inland, the mountains. I guess southern Asia is where I want to be. Winter is coming. No, winter is here. Ooh, I'm so excited. It's been really fun catching up with Game of Thrones. I thought this year was going to be the last season, but I guess it's only half a season, so there's still more coming next year, which is going to be great, but winter's here. All right. Do you see yourself as a role model for other women? I mean, I guess that kind of comes with the job of being a curvy woman online, but I don't necessarily put myself out there to be seen that way, if that makes any sense. It happens, but this is, my career is more for me and my mental health and accepting myself. And if women can see themselves, and if women can appreciate that within me and within my journey, that's awesome. But there are women who I look up to a lot too online. So, okay. What countries do you want to shoot in that you haven't had the opportunity to visit yet? So all the countries that I want to shoot in that I haven't yet are like coming up this next year. I'm going to Iceland with Corwin Prescott in May. I'm going to Belize and maybe Mexico and a few other places with Carolyn and Christy and a few other female collaborators. So there's, I mean, if I want to shoot somewhere, I'm gonna do it. So right now I'm just working through that itinerary, and then there'll be future travel coming up, so stay tuned, it'll be great. What are your future goals, and what will you do after modeling? I don't know. This is everything for me. This is so important to me. But beyond this, I honestly don't know what my interest is in. Like I said earlier in my Instagram story, I want to start blogging, and I want to start catering to the body positive movement. I feel like right now I'm more passive in the body positive movement, where I'm just uploading photos, but I want to be more involved. I want to be more vocal, and I want to have more of an impact rather than just taking pictures, which I still want to. I want to get behind the camera too. So photography might also be a thing in the future. So I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. Are you open to traveling to India? Right now, I don't see myself going to countries that don't value women's rights. I hear a lot of stories come out of India where tourists are, molested and raped, and that's not something I want to be subject to. So maybe, hopefully, I would really like that. There's a lot of things in India that I want to see, but the culture there, I don't think would be ideal. Ever thought of acting lessons? Yes. I took drama in high school when I was a kid, and I really loved it. I would like to, I guess, I should probably start doing that, huh? I'm gonna look for acting classes here in Seattle, so stay tuned. I'll keep you updated on that. It sounds like fun. Do I have any chance of meeting you in person? I am really hesitant to meet people like fans. I've run into them. I've had have been recognized in public, and that's great. I know that London Andrews and Lily Lux, they do meetups for the cities that they travel to. I've thought about doing that. I don't know, I'm not socially awesome. I have social anxieties, and I get weird and creeped out within my own self, and I don't know, I don't know how awesome it would be. I don't want to turn anybody off necessarily, and I think that, I don't think it would really be good for anybody if I did that. I don't know, we'll explore that maybe in the future, but right now I don't think it'd be great. When was your first photo shoot? My first ever photo shoot was probably when I was 16. Excuse me, I'm drinking LaCroix. My best friend in high school, she took photographs, and she took pictures. She was studying photography, and so she took a lot of pictures of me. But my first nude shoot, like I said, I was 21, and I can probably dig out some photos for you guys. Yeah, we'll see about that. It was like in the cowboy hat and I wasn't wearing any pants, but I had like the gun sling. It was, yeah, and it was interesting. It was beautiful. And I still have the photos, so I can share those with you guys sometime. How old am I? I'm 28. Where do you find your sheer lingerie? I just keep an eye out for it anywhere I go. So a lot of consignment shops. There are online avenues like eBay. There are vintage groups that I'm a part of on Facebook where we can bid on certain pieces that people are selling. And I have people who look out for it too, so yeah, just all over the place, but vintage definitely is my thing. And vintage lingerie, right, or the vintage sheer lingerie, it's super popular right now. Okay, what observations have you made about men who appreciate body positive women? So I don't know if I've made any specific observations about the men who support body positive women. I think that the body positive movement is geared towards mostly women, because the body positive women, the reason it exists is because we've been, females with body types like mine and bigger have been shunned from mainstream media, and so now is our opportunity to push back a little bit and challenge the standard mainstream standards of beauty. And so I think that if you claim yourself as body positive, I think it's recognizing that you are beautiful within yourself, and it's an individual journey that you have to take. But the men, I don't know. I think it's great. I think that we need supporters on all sides, and I think that's awesome. So I don't know. I love that you guys are here. I know that a lot of my patrons are supporters of the body positive movement, which is why you're supporting me, which I think is incredible. So thank you. Anyway, okay. What if there was a photographer who would like to shoot with you but wasn't located near your travel path? I think that if you wanted to shoot with me and I'm not going to your area, I think it would just be easier if you came here. There are a lot of models out here who are willing to trade for Patreon content and paid. So I think that it would be best if you came out here. Otherwise, my requirements are, you fly me out there, you pay me for my day and a half rate, and that's what would make it worth it to see you in your area if I didn't have any other shoots. But anyway, that's all my questions all my questions that I've answered for today. So keep an eye out for next time. I have an AMA. They're not every month, so I appreciate you guys sticking around. There's not, last time I did this, there was only a couple questions, but this time I had a lot of great questions to answer, so I appreciate that. Anyway, see you guys.